Hello, beautiful. How are you, my darling? Oh, my goodness. Okay, so if this is your first time here, my name is Chulu, and I am the founder of Africana Woman and also the host of the Africana Woman show. And today is a bit different. Why? Because season 4 actually ended of the Africana Woman podcast. And I'm really just here to give you an update of what's next, what's been happening. There is so much. There is so much that's been happening in the last few weeks, and it's been a whirlwind. But I want to try and make sure that I explain everything to you and not bombard you with too much information. Forgive me. I don't know how this is going to go. Now, on the Africana Woman podcast, I rarely speak about myself or have a solo episode. I am usually telling her story on the podcast, so this is a little different. Where to start? Okay, so first of all, we are in the middle of a podcast tour, and the podcast tour started in late April, and we have 4 stops. So we've got 2 down already, which have been absolutely phenomenal. We were in Kabwe. Listen, after Kabwe, I lost my voice for a hot minute. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I wonder how singers and all of them do these shows night after night, right? They really must have a regimen. And then we were in Lusaka, which was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I think each city is unique. The women have been absolutely lovely to meet. And it's great that, a lot of them have joined our community, the Africana Woman community. So if you're not familiar, Africana Woman is actually a global community. We have different clubs that you could join. For example, the book club, you could be in the Visionaries. You could come for one of our retreats. There's so much that you can do with Africana Woman. So, yeah, I think very excited for our next stops. The next one is online, guys, a virtual experience. There are people who are not in Zambia, but you still listen to the podcast and you're just like, I want to be part of it. So we have created an online experience for you. Listen, you really, really, really want to get on this, okay? We have Lindiwe Misiza, and she is from South Africa. She is going to be talking about health. And especially if you're a professional and you're just trying to figure out this work-life balance, I strongly recommend you come and listen to her. We have Linda Mutonga, who is Zambian but based in the US, and she will be talking about self-love. The woman speaks life. I absolutely love her. You have to listen to her. You have to listen to her passion. And I cannot wait for her to tell her story. And then we have Funmi Okubanjo, who is from Nigeria. Listen, this powerhouse woman, I don't know how she does it all, but she is a wealth specialist and executive in numerous companies. And I am just so excited for her to talk about wealth. So you definitely want to catch the online version of the podcast tour. You can get your tickets on Eventbrite. So you can basically visit our website, www.africanawoman.com, or you can contact on WhatsApp 0977887467 to get your tickets. Guys, do not miss this. And remember, these are not being recorded. Even though this is an online event, we are not recording. Why? Because we want you to be comfortable. We want you to come in and ask all the questions you want to ask. There's no question which is you cannot ask. You ask. Okay. So make sure you come live. If you're not in Zambia, if you missed out on any of the cities that we visited already, or if you didn't manage to get a ticket on time, make sure you come for our live show. I promise you, you will not regret it. You will walk away transformed. So our live show is on Saturday, 20th of May. And we're actually breaking it up because when we're in the different cities, it's been one straight shot, but we cannot have people sitting in front of a computer for, 3 to 4 hours. Doesn't make sense to us. It's not healthy. So we're breaking it up. So in the morning, Lindiwe will come on at 10 a.m. In the afternoon, we have Linda at 3 p.m. And then in the evening, we will have Funmi at 8 p.m. Central African time. So, yeah, I'm really just excited about that. Guys, it's gonna be lit. Then our next stop and final stop for our first podcast is in Kitwe on the Copper Belt. You guys, back to my roots. Coppola in the building. So, oh my goodness. Now, if you know, it's sold out. Guys, it's sold out. Where were you when you were supposed to be getting your tickets? It's sold out. All right. So we have Nomsa McGowan, and she will be talking about health. Sipiwech Palopiri will be talking about self-love, and Mwema Mbasela Litana is going to be talking about wealth. We will be at Roast Cafe on the 26th of May, and that's a Friday in the evening, and I'm very, very excited. We've got some amazing volunteers who'll be helping us for that particular event, and you know what? The excitement is just over brimming. So that will be our last stop in Kitwe, and I'm just so humbled about how everything has come together, really, because every single step of the way, the community has stepped up again and again, over and above what they need to, and it has been a phenomenal experience. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for just being able to meet people in person and talk. And I think, like I said at the beginning, I don't usually talk about myself on the podcast, but on the podcast tour, I've definitely been able to share more of my story and be able to, connect more with the people. And yeah, it's just been really beautiful. Of course, if you come into our community, the book club, the Visionaries, I talk a lot more there, but on the podcast, I don't usually do that as much. So it's been a wonderful experience, and I'm just amazed about, what has come up. One of the wonderful things that has transpired is that we've been mentioned on different podcast platforms that promote podcasts internationally, and I was just like gobsmacked, really. So we've been mentioned on Pod News, on APVA, the podcast sessions, and the podcast host wrote a lovely review about our Lusaka session, and we were also mentioned on AfriPods. Listen, I am so, so grateful. Please go check them out and just see, what has been said about us, and it's been really, really amazing. So to every single person that has helped to bring this together, and that's really the whole Africana women community, to be honest, to every single person, I am so grateful. I am so thankful. And you are just amazing, guys. You are absolutely amazing. I don't know what we would do without you. Okay, so please join us on Saturday, online version, okay? And then we are in Kitwe on the 26th of May. Guys, can you believe that season 4 of the Africana Woman podcast just came and went like that? Just like that. But I was just like, wow. I feel that, and it's not even in a bragging way, but this has honestly been the best work that I have done under the Africana Woman podcast. The interviews, one after the other, have been phenomenal. I think even with, because I edit the podcast myself, so the editing skills have really improved, and there's just so much that I'm proud of. Even the interview styles and the storytelling. I'm really, really proud of this work. And if you have not had a chance to listen to season 4 of the Africana Woman podcast, I strongly recommend you go back and listen. It is from 104 to 116, so 116. So 104 to 116. they, the women, listen, the women who've been telling their stories have been so generous, so open, so giving. And when you give, when people tell stories and they're able to give practical steps about things that you can take and go and apply straight away, that is the most powerful. I think for me, one thing that I always aim for, I always strive for is impact. What impact are we making? Like, what are you walking away with? It's nice to be inspired, but for me, inspiration isn't enough, guys. It's not enough. I want you to walk away and say, okay, yeah, I can go do that. I can try that strategy. I can, because I heard this, I think differently, and I can try and do something else. Like, impact is so, so important. And I think that this season has really brought about really deep conversations, and I am just in awe of all of the women who've been on the podcast for season 4. Let me know who has been your favorite. Hey, for me, it's been so hard. I feel like every week I'm just like, oh my gosh, that conversation is so good. I've just been, oh my goodness, that conversation was amazing. And every week it feels like each is topping the other. And I honestly cannot give you an answer to that question myself. But yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Which has been your favorite episode? Okay, send me a message on socials. My playground is Instagram, Chulu by Design, or tag us at Africana Woman and just let us know which one has been your favorite. Now, guys, to say thank you for all of the support that we have received for the podcast tour, for season 4 of the episode, I just wanted to do a giveaway, and I partnered with one of my favorite brands, which is Kamanga Wear. If you've been following the dresses that I've been wearing for the podcast tour, you know that I've been wearing Kamanga Wear. They come correct every single time. Listen, their dresses are absolutely gorgeous. They're just gorgeous. But they also have, beautiful, beautiful items in their store as well. Home decor items. And there's this beautiful snack platter that is made from chitenge. If you're not familiar with chitenge, it's Ankara. It's, the African print. And it's a snack platter, and you can put all your favorite little snacks, go sit outside with the family whilst you're playing games and just have a great time. So we are giving away a snack platter. So if you want to win that, and it doesn't really matter where you are in the world, guys, you can win this. All you have to do is write a review of the Africana Woman podcast. Okay. So go to your podcast app. Okay, so I'm not sure what app you're using, but go to the app and write us a review. Go to Africana Woman Podcast, write us a review, take a screenshot, okay, and then you're going to send it to us at 09, so at one WhatsApp, +260 977 887467, okay? Send us a WhatsApp and let us know that you wrote a screenshot. Listen to me. Send us a message. Send us the screenshot so that we know that you did the review. And then the last step is for you to go and post it on your stories and tag us at Africana Woman, and we'll be able to reshare it. And that's how you enter the draw. Listen, I'm so excited. I really am excited to give this away. The deadline for you to enter is the 29th, which is Monday 29th of May. And please do it before then, and we will announce the winner by the 31st. Okay? So again, we've got a beautiful, beautiful snack platter, which is made out of chitenge, which is like the African print, and it's from Kamanga Wear, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm excited to be able to give that away. Okay. So this last week, I was actually in Lusaka. Somebody keeps telling me, like, you should stop saying that you don't live in Lusaka because you're just like a Lusaka person. Okay, so I was in Lusaka and I was there for the Lusaka Africana Women Book Club meeting. So, just to be clear, we have a book club. It's called the Africana Women Book Club, and it is a global community. We have people from all over the world. But we did like a little survey and, we found that, okay, certain towns, certain cities have more people than others. So Lusaka decided that they wanted to do an in-person meetings, which has been absolutely fabulous. It started last year, actually. And ciao. I am not about to miss any of those meetings because there is good food, there is good time, soft living, like it's just a good time. And we were hosted by the lovely Josine Karake. Her family just allowed us to invade their space, Shem. And we had so much good food, good company. We had amazing conversations. We explored the farm. Like, it was just a really, really good time. So I think a lot of people have been in my DMs just being like, hey, we really want this to happen in our town. And listen, if you want it to happen in your town, it's absolutely possible. All you have to say, as long as there's a will, we'll be like, okay, fine, let's get this done, and we'll get it done. So we're actually setting one up for Kabwe, which will be in June. Very excited about that. But if you're in another country, another town, and you're thinking, hey, I want to have something like this, please let us know. So just send us a message either on Instagram or you can email us at africanawoman@gmail.com, and we'll be able to help you set it up because we know how it works, we know how it runs, so it's very, very easy and simple to implement. So in the main book club, we have been reading The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abidare, and I just finished reading it. My goodness, what a book. Like, what a book. Sure. So yeah, yeah. I'm very excited to do the review, which is at the end of the month, again on the 29th of May. And I think it's been interesting to, when people are reading and they're just like, oh my goodness, like people's reactions, but you can't really say what you want to say because you don't know where people are and you don't want to give spoilers. So it's always fun in the book club in that way. And I won't give any spoilers here, but I must say that, we always encourage everybody to come and attend our book reviews because the book review isn't really, yes, we are concentrating on one book, but it's really about life. So even if you haven't read the book, it's okay to join, because you know life, right? And you'll be able to still say something and contribute and participate. And even just listening to all of the conversations going on is very valuable. So I strongly recommend that, you come through for our book review of The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abidare. I know this one is gonna be lit. Oh my goodness. So much was brought up in that book. Phenomenal book. If you haven't read it, please go read it. I'm telling you. Now, we always have, we have a library of all the books that we've read in the past. And I just saw one of our new members. She already finished this book and she's now digging into our, library. So there's so much goodness in that library. My goodness. So if you're interested in joining our book club, I would love for you to join this amazing global community. So just send us a message. Again, africanawoman@gmail.com, or, send us a message in our social media as well. We'll be able to hook you up. Whew. Can you tell that there's so much to say? Okay. So, like I said, in Africana Woman, there is so much to do. We have the Visionaries, we have the book club, and we have the retreats. So in the second half of this year, we are going to be starting our retreats. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, in July, I'm going to say this again. In July, we are going on a hike in Kafue Hills, and it is called the Worthy Walk. This retreat is for you if you feel like there's things that you want to achieve in your life, but you're not actually getting there. Like you're not manifesting it. It's not happening, and you're wondering why. And most likely, it's because you actually don't believe that you are worthy of the thing that you desire. So we are going to get into that and really help you to unpack and really begin to give you the tools to start thinking and reframing and reprogramming your mind to believe that you are worthy of every single thing that you desire. Okay. So that's the Worthy Walk. It's a hike. And then in August, we have Reinvention, Write a New Story. As the title says, there's a lot of times we tell ourselves stories. Something happens to us and then we interpret it in a certain way. And sometimes our interpretation is not really serving us and it's actually detrimental. So what we want to do is to make sure that whatever stories you've told yourself are ones that are working for you. And the ones that are not working for you, we need to rewrite. So it's called Reinvention, Write a New Story in August. In September, we will be in Marrakesh, Morocco at the Ultimate Africana Woman Experience. Listen, this is our signature program. Know your roots, grow your purpose. It is such a beautiful, introspective, program that just helps you do sort of like a life audit and just say, hey, where am I right now? What do I need to do to adjust? And, what are the things that I really just need to be grateful for? And, the things that we take for granted even, and just to be grateful and just sit in that gratitude. And it is a beautiful experience, an absolutely beautiful experience. And we're taking you to Morocco, Marrakesh, because we also want you to be able to discover Africa, guys, and just to be able to say, hey, this is the beauty that is our continent, So we've got that. And then I'm very excited to announce that Africana Woman has partnered with Be Compliant to host Becoming the Founders Circle, and this will be in October. This particular retreat is for female entrepreneurs to be able to really vision for their business in a way. There are times when you're only working in the business and you don't get to work on the business. So it's so important to be able to just, step away and say, okay, where are we going? As the leader, where am I directing this car that I'm driving, right? And we are looking at female entrepreneurs who are earning at least 2 million kwacha and above. We will be in Livingston. And we also want to help the women to think about their work-life balance because again, as high achieving women, it's very, very easy for us to just lose track of everything else, but our business is thriving. But we want you to have a lifestyle that you absolutely love. So we want you to be thriving in all areas of your life and not just on the business. So we're also going to get into that as well. So this is a wonderful partnership again with Be Compliant. If you are interested or if you know anybody who fits this criteria, please tell them about it. I am just so excited to be able to do this. It's a very small group. We're looking at about 3 to 5 women. And yeah, so we'll be in Livingston in October. Now, there has been some talk about an annual book club retreat. Listen, you did not hear it from me. It's just a rumor. But we are looking at something. So if this is something that will interest you guys, the guys in the book club, if you think that this is something that you would definitely want to go, let us know, because we would love to gauge the interest and, just to bring all of the book club members from the different towns together, from the different countries together. I think that would be so much fun and phenomenal. Again, we meet online, but it's when you meet in person. I think one thing that the podcast tour has taught us is meeting in person. It just adds an additional magic to all that we do as Africana women. So yeah, let us know if you'd be interested in something like that. Okay, now that season 4 of the Africana Woman podcast is done, I know a lot of people are thinking, okay, so what's happening? When is season 5? But here's the thing. At the beginning of the year, I announced that the Africana Woman podcast is no longer just a podcast. We are now a network. And what that means is we will be introducing new shows. So I'm actually very excited to be announcing our next show, which will be premiering in June, and it is called The Educated Africana. This show is hosted by Teboho Kangote III, and let me tell you, there are such good conversations on there about education in Africa. The premise of season 1 is education in Africa broken? We're going to take a deep dive, bring in voices that are not normally heard around education, and just really, really go there, hey, and talk about things people are not usually talking about, What is quality education for our children? There's so much that needs to be done, guys. So much. Please look out for our new show, The Educated Africana. And I'm excited for you to give us the feedback about this new show. It's really, really good. Okay. So we have come to the end of my little update. Yeah. So if you listen to the first episode of season 4, you know that this season has been dedicated to Jeannette Phumzile Shange-Kalala, and she transitioned early on this year. And I must say, Jean, whoo, girl, you have inspired so much fire, so much brilliance in this particular season. You are so loved, never forgotten, and I hope you're so proud of where we're going with Africana Women and how far we are yet to go. That's it for me, guys. Again, if you want to know anything about what's happening in Africana Woman, please go to our website, www.africanawoman.com, or you could send us an email at africanawoman@gmail.com. And you can also find us on socials. That's on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Africana Woman. So easy, right? Africana Woman everywhere. So please do find us. Again, my name is Chulu and I am your host. I am the founder of Africana Woman, and it is an absolute pleasure to serve you every single day. Love you loads. Hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye.